The Canon EF EOS M adapter. Is this the must-have accessory for Canon mirrorless cameras? The EF EOS M adapter, retailing at around £130 new. You can pick these up used for between £50 and £90, and if you find one at that price, buy it. This truly is a must-have accessory for anyone with a Canon mirrorless camera, from the EOS M, M3, M5. It truly is a must-have. This adapter will open up the world of EF and EF lenses for your Canon mirrorless camera. Now that means that going from a small range of lenses that you normally get with the Canon mirrorless cameras, you now have the whole gambit of Canon lenses, from L series to the nice tele lenses that they have available. It is what we'd call a smart adapter. Now, unlike some of the cheaper alternatives on the market, this will communicate between the camera body itself and the lens fully, which means you can have autofocus and still control your aperture. That's a really important feature. A lot of those cheaper adapters that you'll see, you'll lose control of autofocus or perhaps being able to control the aperture of the lens that you've attached to the camera. So let's look at the good bits of the EF EOS M adapter. Its build quality is excellent. It's a really hardy adapter. It feels really well made. It's a metal construction, and the machining of all the parts of it, from the quick release on the side to the screw adapters on the front and back, is excellent. It feels like a quality product, but I suppose at £130 it should. It is a very simple bit of kit, but it works. It never misses a beat. It's pretty much exactly what you want. I think the best thing about it is once you've attached it to your camera is that you forget it's there. And that really is a sign of a true quality bit of equipment, is that you actually forget that you're using it at all. It doesn't hinder your use of the camera in any way. Now, the bad features, there isn't a huge amount wrong with it, but there is a couple of caveats to this. It slows down your autofocus, not a huge amount, but noticeably on some faster lenses. Your autofocus will be slightly inhibited, and that's just the nature of using an adapter in itself. Now, this isn't like a speed booster that you'd get with, say, like a Blackmagic camera. It doesn't affect the crop size of the lens at all. All it is doing is literally converting the attachment on your mirrorless camera to the attachment on your lens. The other negative point really is its price. It's £130 new. So if you were to buy it new, that represents around a quarter of the price of the camera new, which is pretty hefty for something that's just an adapter. That leads on to that recommendation I made earlier, is that if you can find a good condition one used for between £50 and £90, buy it. There's not a lot that can go wrong with them, so that saving is a huge deal, especially when you're dealing with a camera that is around £400 new in itself. The other kind of natural problem that you're going to get is once you've attached a bigger lens to your mirrorless camera is then it stops becoming quite so compact and pocket friendly. When you attach something like an L series bit of glass to the front of your EOS M3, it then becomes very front heavy. The lens is actually heavier than the camera. So you're going to need to consider that if you're going to use it handheld. Really, at that point, you're going to want to tripod mount your camera, and also on the tripod bring it slightly back to keep the balance. So really, this is for someone that's got a mirrorless camera, maybe a more experienced user that wants to open up the world of EF and EFS lenses. Perhaps they have other Canon cameras and they've already got a range of lenses available. It's for that user. If you're someone that's just taking a compact camera out traveling, then I would avoid it because it makes it less travel friendly. It's essentially to up the game of your Canon mirrorless camera. So that's been my grab and go review of the EF to EOS M adapter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.